Hello, amazing learners. I want to especially welcome you back to my YouTube channel. I hope you have been enjoying your time so far. Okay, today we're going to be learning something very essential to the English diction. Yes, it is really essential that you know this particular thing because it's quite confusing and a lot of people tend to mix it up. So get any writing aid that you choose or prefer, and let's run right into this video and get started, shall we? Let's go. Are you in the category of people who say, I hope you're fine, instead of, I hope you're fine? I know they sound alike. Yes, actually, they sound alike. But then you're wondering, what is the difference? And why must I say it this way instead of that other way? Do not worry. This particular lesson was designed specially for you. So just sit back, relax, and learn something new today. Are you ready? Let's go. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's lesson. Now, your and your are very wonderful words. Yes, they belong to a class called homophones. Now, homophones are words that sound alike but have different meanings. If you look at these words closely, they are spelled differently, but they are pronounced the same way. People tend to misuse them or confuse them in sentences. And so we're going to spotlight their distinct features so that when you come across this word, you're able to tell when to use which. Okay, now for the first one, which is this one, your. It is a possessive adjective that indicates ownership. It is a possessive adjective which indicates ownership. It can also show something belongs to you. Okay? It can also show that something belongs to you. For example, your bracelet glows in the sun. Your bracelet glows in the sun. Now, the bracelet belongs to you. Okay? So it's showing that you own this bracelet. That's what your is used for. The second example is your dress was beautifully beaded. Your dress was beautifully beaded. Now, it shows that the dress belongs to you. Okay? So that's the use of your. And for the other one, it is a contraction form of you are. Your is a contraction form of you are. Contraction basically is the shortened form of you are. Now, it is used in place of you are in an informal setting. Okay, if you're writing to your friend or family or someone close to you, instead of saying you are, you could say you're. Okay, for example, you're going to enjoy the show. Another example, you're going to love the show. Those are all distinct examples that your shows itself as a replacement for you are. Now, the key difference between these two words is very simple. Your shows ownership, while your is a shortened form of you are. I'll go again. Your shows ownership, while your is a shortened form of you are. Let's look at some errors that we usually make so that when you see these words, you now know how to use them. For example, your house is lovely. Now, if you look at the spelling that the sentence that just projected, you will notice that the your that is being used there does not show ownership. It does not indicate ownership. So that particular one is not the suitable one. The suitable one is your, which indicates ownership. So you switch it up. Okay? Another example is you're going to love the show. Now, the particular one that was used in this sentence does not in any form have any business with it, because this particular your has to do with showing that something belongs to you. But in this sentence, it has no business with showing ownership to anything. It's just telling an activity that is going to happen, something that is hoped to achieved, okay? And it has no business with it. So the right form is the contracted form of you are, which is your. That's what suits this sentence better. Now, a quick tip. When you're in doubt, okay? When you're in doubt, please replace your with you are. Just when you see a sentence where you're supposed to use either your or you are, quickly replace the your with you are and see if it makes sense. Just like we did with the first one, okay? Imagine saying, your house is lovely. Have you seen that it doesn't make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. So you automatically know that the right one will be your, which is the possessive adjective. And then another thing you do is, if describing something belonging to someone, just use your. So one is when you're describing that something belongs to someone, you use your. And when you're using the shortened form of you are, you use your. I hope that this lesson has been able to open your eyes to the distinct features of your and your. I'm glad we all understand. Do not forget to like, to share, to also subscribe to this channel. And lastly, turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when the next video drops. I love you and I appreciate you all. Remember, you are amazing. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Goodbye.